Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever wanted an easier way to categorize your data in Power BI without writing a single line of DAX or fiddling with Power Query, then this is the video for you. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to make groups in Power BI. By the end of this tutorial, you'll be able to combine your categories into custom groups, like turning a scattered list of products into organized buckets such as devices and accessories. This is a great skill to make your reports clearer and your insights a whole lot sharper. So let's jump right in. First off, what exactly are groups in Power BI and why are they so helpful? Think of groups as an easy way to bundle several categories together, right inside your report visuals, without creating new columns or writing formulas. Imagine you have a chart with individual products, maybe laptops, keyboards, printers, and more. If you want to compare high-value products against low-value ones, you don't need to learn DAX, you can just group them together. This keeps your reports cleaner and helps your audience focus on the bigger story, not just the nitty-gritty details. Let's see how this works in action with a small example dataset. If you want to follow along, just open Power BI, click on Enter Data and paste in this sample table. You'll have product and sales columns with entries like laptop with 5,000 in sales, mouse with 200, keyboard, monitor, printer, and cable, all with their respective sales numbers. These simple values will make the grouping really easy to see. Now on to creating the groups themselves. Head to the report view and click on the visual you want to work with. It could be a table, bar chart, or whichever suits your data best. Then in the fields pane on the right, look for the column you want to group. In this case, let's use product. Right-click it and select New Group. This opens up the group dialog box, and here where the magic happens. Inside the group dialog, you'll see a list of all your product names. To start grouping, just select the items you want to group together. For example, click on laptop, monitor, and printer, then hit the group button. Let's call this group Devices. Next, select mouse, keyboard, and cable and create another group named Accessories. Don't hesitate to rename your groups to whatever makes most sense for your analysis. You want these categories to be meaningful and easy to understand. Take your time here, there's no rush. If you make a mistake, you can always edit the groups later. Once you're done, hit OK. You'll notice that Power BI automatically creates a new field in your fields list called Product Groups or something similar. This field represents your custom categories. Now, when you use this new field in your tables or charts, instead of seeing each individual product, you'll see just devices and accessories along with their total sales. For our example, devices will show a combined sales value and accessories will do the same. Let's take a quick look at the result. Your group table now has product group and sales columns, so devices displays the sum of laptop, monitor, and printer sales, while accessories combines mouse, keyboard, and cable. It's a simple visual way to bring clarity to your data. Before we wrap up, a couple of extra tips. You're not limited to text categories, you can group by number ranges too. For example, if you want to group sales into buckets like 01000, 1000, you can do that right in the same dialog box. And remember, these groups save as a new field, so you can reuse them in different visuals throughout your report. If you ever outgrow what groups can do and need custom logic or dynamic categories, keep in mind you can always move to a calculated column in DAX. So the big takeaway, groups in Power BI are a fast, user-friendly way to organize your categories and uncover patterns, all without writing code or leaving the main interface. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps support the channel. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or if there's another Power BI trick you'd like to see next. And of course, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for more tutorials like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.